Welcome back to this episode of Cope's Corner. I'm your host, as always, Mike Copenaver, aka Real Mike. You can find me on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, all at the likes of KOPESKORNER. I'm actually doing a little test on KIK. I guess it's Kick streaming app, so we'll see how that goes. I missed Periscope and Haps and the camaraderie that had the community over there. So actually going to be on Kick for the first time tonight. Going to do a little bit of betting advice for the people that are new to the show. We go over the UFC card top to bottom, and we give you our best bet as well as our best leans for each and every single matchup. So the co-host for tonight will be my man, Mr. B, the MMA guy coming out of the BX, Brooklyn, New York City. Really, really sharp guy, Periscope legend when it comes to mixed martial arts. So really, really stoked to have him here. But first and foremost, got to thank the sponsors of the show. First sponsor I'd like to thank of the show is MELIN. It's Melon Brand Hats. It's a luxury line of hats that my boy Brian McDonald, one of the co-founders, dreamed it up in high school. He talked about how you have a hat line unlike anything you've ever seen. Really different hats, different materials. Some of them are waterproof. The one that I'm wearing is a limited edition, has suede underneath the bill. Really, really clean stuff that really, really separates yourself from the pack. So make sure you go and support them. But last but not least, I'd like to thank SUA Law Group. It's SUA, my boy, the Samoan practitioner, one of the best dudes to ever do it. Practices family law, criminal law, and does personal injury out of Ventura County, California, as well as Simi Valley, California. Really, really wonderful stuff when it comes to crooked DAs or the baby mama drama or the baby daddy drama, whatever it may be. Mr. SUA and all of his consultants do a really, really wonderful job to make sure that you get represented. So with that said, my man, Mr. B, the MMA guy's in the house. How are you doing, my dude?
Yo, what's happening, Mike? Man, I am doing well. How are you, man?
I'm probably more fired up than I should be for a shitty card last week and a whatsoever one this week. But you got to come with the heat, come with the fire, and so we're here and stoked to always talk with you and pick your brain for these UFC matchups that are going to be going about.
Word, man. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to it because last week, Jesus.
Yeah, I don't like losing very much, and last week was one of those rare times. I ended up taking a 1.5 unit loss through 5 units inside distance, and then a 1 unit on an underdog that didn't hit. So, but either way, transparent as could be, we lost 1.5 units. But it is what it is, man. You take those hits. I really, really don't like betting cards that we aren't fired up for. B.
Word, word.
Are there
I
any
hear
fights?
that, man.
Are there any fights from UFC Fight Night Vegas 69 that you want to speak of?
If I come off to remember, we had the Sadikov fight.
What
Was
up,
it
TJ?
Sadikov? What up, TJ? It was Sadikov and
Oh, Gary
what's that dude's
Boxing
name?
MMA in the house, my motherfucker. I love you, bro. Where have you been,
Yeah, guys, chilling, man.
dude? Love you, Gary. Always appreciate you, TJ, and every single person who comes and makes the show what it is.
Word. So yeah, other than the main event, which was pretty impressive to say the least. We had Sadikov versus Elder, which was pretty good. That was a really good back and forth fight. Fortunately, a cut stopped the fight, which sucks. But Sadikov had won it by the doctor stoppage. Such a good back and forth battle. It had everything pretty much, and it was so high paced, man. I loved it, and we said it too. It was more close of a fight than people would think,
Yeah,
and it's crazy because they said they had it on the two judges' scorecards going into the third that Elder was winning the fight, but Sadikov ends up winning it on the doctor's stoppage. So that's pretty crazy. Um, the Emmers fight was pretty good against Hussein Ashkabov. It seems
yeah.
that Ashkabov was a flash in the pan. The record's a little exaggerated. I hate to say that about a Russian fighter, but geez,
Yeah,
this dude Ashkabov looked
to be on,
horrible after the first.
to be honest, B, I didn't tell the fans, but last weekend was a road trip. I planned on the Harleys with a bunch of my friends. So we were riding for 36 hours from 9 a.m. on Saturday, and we didn't get back till the evening time on evening, almost nighttime on Sunday. So I only got to watch like some of the fights that I chose to watch in between the Harley stops. I pull it up on my phone, and then I got to the hotel and finally got stopped. I was watching those, but we had an epic trip all around California. Ended up over in Morro Bay. Saw some really really cool stuff. So I didn't get to see every fight like you got to see this time, B. But normally I do.
Yeah, yeah. I think the trip saved you, man. The trip was fun for you, and it saved you from the disappointment, man. But but yeah, man. Pretty much Clay Carpenter got a really good win in his debut. AJ Fletcher got the win like we said he would against Thema Garimbo. Pretty much, he did get out. Yo, he got out grappled the first round, which was weird.
Hold on, hold on, B. Hey, Gary, go check out SoCal Rider Mafia on IG if you want to see my Harley stuff. SoCal Rider Mafia. Sorry, G.
Yeah, man. AJ looked kind of weird in the first round, but came back with his grappling and got the submission choke against Themba. Yeah. Felipe Lins had a good win. He beat OSP. We always say OSP is the 50-50 guy. And Lins kind of proved that. Actually, it's kind of funny because Gary got on during the stream last weekend. And we were sitting there watching after the Fletcher fight. And Lins comes on the screen. And I said, wait a fucking minute. Holy shit. Why Lins look leaner than he did his last fight? And I'm like, oh my God, we got to switch this up. And Gary ran to go change his bets and what?
Yeah, hell yeah, we did.
So I was like, yo, we got to switch this up. I was like, there's no way. So that was like a late move right there. And Lins ended up winning on OSP. He didn't give OSP no breathing room, man.
Dude, we always talk about OSP doesn't show up, or and he doesn't. So this time he didn't, obviously, right?
Yeah, man. He got outgunned from the start of the bell, man. It was just in under a minute too. So that was horrible, man.
How about Aaron Blanchfield's performance versus Andrade?
That was impressive. That was really impressive because Andrade comes in, moves forward, throws bombs. And Blanchfield wasn't only just willing to take those shots. Yo, she was throwing. And she connected really well. And she played it really smart because she just hit straight punches down the middle. She worked the 1-2. She really worked really well. As I tend to talk about how important the jab is. The jab took Andrade way off the game, and it was crazy. Catching Andrade with the 1-2s, Andrade looked so frustrated that she went back to berserker mode. And Blanchfield was trying to get the takedowns, but wasn't really getting them. But she did keep a good set of against the fence, keeping Andrade against the fence. Then the second round came, and when she tried to do the same thing, Andrade tried to do the same thing. Blanchfield just hit her a little bit. Andrade closed distance. Blanchfield said, cool, grabbed her, got an easy-ass takedown, and then managed to get the back, and boom. So,
what up, Kick Your Bass? Appreciate you being
here. What's up?
Hey, Kick Your Bass, I'm live on that Kick streaming app that you told me to add, so go over there and check it out and be the first one to comment since you fucking told me to add it, dickhead, didn't add me. Motherfucker goes over there. Hey, he's like, hey, bro, you should really check out this app, hey, Cope. I really think that you like it. And then I go and add it, and the motherfucker doesn't even add me. It's like, what are you doing over there?
Oh, man.
These motherfuckers these days.
But, yo, she closed that distance, took the back, got the submission. Aaron Blanchfield is it, man.
Dude,
that Bueno Silva fight was disappointing.
What do you think about her Andrade saying that her titty popping out was a reason why she lost, bro? She got distracted as gibber.
Nah, man. I think she just lost that straight up, man.
Yeah.
She had the takedown. Yo, she got taken down. She tried to turn around to try to get to protect herself. Blanchfield took her back, and yo, that was it. I looked at that fight. I didn't see none of that. I seen the girl take her back. Andrade was trying to panic to get out. Blanchfield got the hooks in, got the rear naked, and that was that.
Yeah, it was
I mean,
amazing. Dude, I was really hyped on that performance, B. I mean, we're talking about a young girl who's coming there a straight killer with the BJJ, and she's smoking some girls that have thumped champions of the world, aka Rose Namajunas, you know?
yeah, man, for a girl, a lady who's managed to pick up wins at bantamweight, flyweight, and featherweight. I mean, not featherweight, strawweight. Yeah, to beat somebody that good, nah, man. Erin Blanchfield is here, and I'm really impressed. I can't wait to see who she faces next.
Yeah, me
But
either.
yeah, man.
Really excited
Yo,
for her future.
Word. Also, we gotta give credit where credit's due. Alexander Hernandez picked up a win against Jim Miller.
Yeah,
That fight was bananas. That fight was bananas. It was really good.
I don't know about guys. I don't know. I wasn't
Nah,
very,
it was good. Miller was
Was
doing his shit, but Alexander he showed his heart because there was a slight moment where Alexander reverted to the old himself and almost gave up to Jim Miller, but he showed heart though. I'll give him credit where credit's due.
Yeah.
But yo, he was getting pieced up by Jim. Let's keep it 100 though. He was getting pieced up by Jim.
Yeah, I wanted Alexander to lose, but I mean, it is what it is. We didn't have no skin in the game. We did say that we liked Miller there, especially with the experience that he had and the jiu-jitsu game that he does possess. It, but it is what it is. Nothing lost there for us, but you know.
Yeah.
But with that said, that was UFC Vegas 69. Nothing else on there you want to talk about, right? B?
There was the William Knight and Josh Parisian fights. I don't even want to discuss those because William Knight, you got to get cut or you got to lose a lot of muscle mass, bro. Josh Parisian, you're a wrestler. I don't know what the hell you're doing with yourself. You got out wrestled by Jamal. That is horribly embarrassing, bro. Jordan Wright. True. Jordan Wright had a good third round in this fight, but he got handled by Zach. Zach kept that man against the cage for like the majority of the fights and just beat him up, just pummeled him against the cage. That's it pretty much. Yeah. We covered the good points and all that. That's that.
Hey, kick your bass. Bro, K-I-K. It came up K-I-K. You should probably tell me exactly what it spelled if there's going to be so closely spelled. It better not be K-I-C-K. I'm over here on some Russian app fucking, who knows, got some sweet fucking girls looking at me or some sweet dudes probably throwing some beat sessions to me, which I do not want. So what, if I'm on the wrong app right now, kick your bass, do I need to cancel this beat?
I think it's K-I-K.
I'm on K-I-K. That's what I'm on.
Yeah.
So what's up, Gabe? Gal 39. First one to view over there. But yeah, so with that said, that was UFC Vegas 69. We're going to be breaking down this weekend's UFC Fight Night. Krylov versus Spann. UFC Vegas 70, that's also called. Depending on who you're talking to, there's too many damn names. It's just called UFC Fight Night, all right? I can't keep up with all the jabba. But with that said, it's featuring Ryan Spann taking on Nikita Krylov. I'm actually excited about that main event, B, because I like Nikita Krylov, have since when he had his first run here in the UFC, and then he got he left the UFC for a bit and then came back, right, B?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, so I like him. I like his game, like everything. But that's the main event. The co-main event will be Andre Muniz takes on Brendan Allen. That should be a real good game between two guys with a lot of ground game experience. But we'll get jumping into that as we go. But with that said, the first fight, I'm all fired up for the main event. The first fight on the early prelims is Rafael Alves takes on Narelo Aliv. And B, can you believe that Rafael Alves is legitimately on the preliminary? That's crazy, right?
Yeah, man. Really early in the card. Like the opening fight of the card is kind of crazy.
Yeah,
but
man.
So, he really is, man.
Yeah, I mean, but a ton of experience with the guy. He's 20-11. He's facing a guy who's never tasted defeat. Who's 8-0. The veteran is the underdog right now. Slight favorite for the new guy, the Russian, negative 190 mark. If you don't know betting, negative 190 means you got to throw down $190 to make 100 at the Vegas tables or wherever you're gambling. Let's see the reach, not height. The Russian has 2 height reach advantage over the Elder. He's got 4 inches in reach, which is a little bit concerning for Alves. But man, B, I'm having a tough time seeing like let's look at Alev's record, right? We got 6 or 8 no. Let me see. What did we do?
He's 8
8.
and 0, man.
We
8
got
and
8
0.
no, and he either wins by KO TKO or he goes to a decision. The guys that he's faced, the last one he fought was like 12-5 on the Contender Series. That was probably his best, most experienced dude. The other dudes are like 6-2, 5-1, 4-1-1. Just like not a lot of experience for a guy that he's facing in Alves. Slight underdog money for Alves too. Right now, plus 155, negative 190. Like I said, is exactly what BetMGM Las Vegas has. I got to go with the underdog Alves and the experience. B. It's hard for me to look past all that experience. And this kid, he really hasn't tasted like a lot of adversity, you know.
I feel you. I had the same thought too. Aliyev is the Tajikistan, as he calls himself, the Tajikistan Khabib. Um, he goes in there, pretty much uses the wrestling. I've seen only like 3 fights of his, and one of those was the Contender Series fight. It was okay. It wasn't nothing, like eye opening or much. He was kind of getting handled a little bit, and then he managed to come out and pick up that win, get that finish. But it wasn't nothing. As I said, nothing really crazy. Uh, he was getting handled a little bit, managed to get the takedown, and then work his wrestling to get the finish. Other than that, that was his second finish in 8 fights. You know what I mean? His third fight, he had a finish by corner stoppage. The rest of those fights were all decisions. It's his second fight. So, as you said, he ain't really facing adversity. Alves was a former champion. If I remember, I think he was a former RFA champion.
Yeah, I
Was it
believe.
RFA or LFA champion? But yeah, he's a former title holder in the regionals and really solid skills. You know what I mean? I'm gonna probably take Alves. I think Alves will probably
Ooh.
offer up a lot more. He'll offer up a challenge to this guy. I don't think he's gonna just give up takedowns. You know what I mean? He's gonna
Yeah.
make that dude work. I think he's gonna make him work. I'd be damned if this guy gets the win here, but I'm definitely taking Alves.
Oh,
I
I
think
like him.
Alves has the better striking on the feet. Um, his cardio is gonna probably be an issue depending, but his submission skills I think are gonna help him a lot. So I'll take Alves.
Wow, nice. I love when we agree right off the bat, especially when it's a veteran, and then we're getting dog money. So we'll see. No bet right there, but I definitely wouldn't hate anyone for throwing down a bet. Next fight of the night is between Joe Selecki takes on Carl and Deaton the third, going down in what the 155-pound division. B, you get to break
Yes,
it down
sir.
first.
Cool, man. A guy that I like picking, betting. Joe Selecki, man, 12-3. Selecki is a jiu-jitsu, a grappling mastermind, we could say. I won't even just keep it. Should we just say jiu-jitsu? Yeah, we'll say jiu-jitsu then. But just a grappling mastermind. I love the way he uses his jiu-jitsu. But he's 29 years old, 5'9", 70.5-inch reach. Representing Jim O out of North Carolina. Trains with the John Salter and Chris Gold. John Salter, as you guys know, up in Bellator, former UFC, big, strong, hefty dude, really good jiu-jitsu practitioner as well, man. What is he? 12-3. Majority of his wins are by submission. 4 decisions. Pretty damn good. Has been grappling, doing a lot more grappling competitions in between his fights. Last time he fought, he got a majority decision win against Alex De Silva. He did lose against Jared Gordon, but that was a split decision. He beat Jim Miller. He beat Austin Hubbard. He beat Matt Wyman. He won back in CFFC and the Contender Series. Love his jiu-jitsu. His striking is still low. It's still improving. It's steadily improving. But I like his control when he gets folks on the ground. He's going up against this guy by the name of Carl Deaton III. Dean is 17-5. And Shabe, I think he's like part Native American out of American Top Team. He's 33 years old, 5'6" with the 67-inch reach. He got 9 wins by submission, 3 by KO, TKO, 5 by decision. He's fought a lot of outside regional stuff. His last 2 wins come at the hands of he beat Antoine Blassingame, who I never heard of ever in my life. Second round rear naked choke. And he beat former UFC fighter Justin James by unanimous decision. He lost to Alejandro Flores, Jonas Flock. A couple names on here I never really seen ever in my life. A couple of these fights he's had, though, have been canceled. And most of those cancellations kind of been because this guy can't make weight. Dude can't make weight. He's had a hard time making weight throughout his past couple fights, throughout his career. Even coming into this fight, they pulled the box out just to see just in case he needed it, He managed to make it, but he's coming in here and somewhat late notice, I think, as well. He seems to be all right, but considering, how I kind of feel about it, we're going to take the guy, Joe Selecki, man. I think Selecki's going to come out here, give him a little bit of the business, slap him up a little bit, throw the jiu-jitsu around. Yeah, man, Joe Selecki's going to be my pick. What are you going with, yo?
Yeah, man, you couldn't have said it any better, and there's nothing really to say. Like, I can't make an argument to pick Carl Deaton, I can't see where he's better than Selecki. And I like Selecki's youth. I like his height, his reach. I just like him as an athletic specimen, too. Right now, the odds makers have Joe Selecki at a negative 600, so obviously they like him. So it's not like I'm fucking showing you the fucking golden brick road. Carl Deaton is a plus 425 comeback as an underdog, so there's no value on Selecki. He's supposed to steamroll Deaton, kind of like the way that I'm feeling inside my mind, and you're also feeling as well. So we'll both go with Joe Selecki wins. I'm thinking by submission on the ground, even though Carl Deaton does not have any submission losses on the ground, which I do like. The next fight of the night is between Ode Osborne takes on Charles Johnson. And B, this is probably one of the sleeper fights of the night on the card. Do you agree?
Yeah. I agree.
These two guys are absolutely going to bang. Kick Your Bass is asking if there's any fights on tonight. Mr. B has one FC championship going on right now in the background. If you hear that, it's what's it on YouTube? B?
Yeah, it's on YouTube because it was supposed to be on Prime Video, but they said, nah, we'll give it to everybody free too. Yeah, and BKFC is on as well.
Yeah, and if you're going to watch anything, that BKFC is just where it's at. Bare knuckle boxing seems so much more fun right now. The knockouts are just brutal in the cuts.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to, who is it that got knocked out cold? Greg Hardy. Yeah, Greg Hardy got knocked out.
Dude, he got knocked out by a Hell's Angel biker-looking motherfucker. Wasn't that right?
Yeah.
Big white-looking dude?
Yeah, man. Dude,
so, for all the wife beaters out there, Greg Hardy got his ass beat. So, but yeah, dude, between this fight between Ode Osborne versus Charles Johnson, what Ode Osborne is good at, I feel like Charles Johnson is going to be better and longer at that, B. What is the 1 second? So the reach on these two, it's no way, bro. I swore that Charles Johnson was gonna have a longer reach. B.
Nah, O'Day's a pretty lanky guy,
That's
man.
wild. He's got a 2-inch height advantage as Charles Johnson, but he's got a 2-inch reach disadvantage, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, O'Day's arms, man.
I like Charles Johnson here in this one. I think that he is game. I haven't seen him fluster like I have O'Day Osborne seen. O'Day when his losses. Tyson Nam, he got smoked round 1B. You know, I hate that. Manel Cape round 1 got smoked. Guillotine choked round 1 by Kelleher. So you know where this is going to be. I got to go with Charles Johnson here. I feel like he's the better, tougher dude. And everything that O'Day's good at, I feel like Johnson's about the same. So what do you say, B?
This is a must-win for O'Day, man. But the thing is, yeah, they're both kind of similar. The thing is that Johnson hasn't made the mistakes that O'Day has. O'Day does have the reach. I think he has the better reach. He fights rangy. If you take away the range, he becomes somewhat of a sitting duck. He's made tactical errors, which I don't like. And while he's been on the skid, Johnson's been on a roll. Even in loss, Johnson's been on a roll where he's not looking horrible. He's actually looking really good.
Yep.
O'Day, if O'Day fights smart, he probably wins this. But I like Johnson's cardio. And I like the way he tends to pressure folks.
Hey,
so I'll take Johnson as well.
Why is it saying 130 pounds?
Oh, it's a catch weight. They formed as a catch weight. Yeah. Okay. It was supposed to be 125, but they formed as a catch weight. If I remember, I think one of these fights did one of these fights fall out? Yeah, O'Day was supposed to fight Bondar, and Bondar pulled out the fight. So Charles Johnson came in to take the spot. And I know some people will say, ooh, late notice. That probably should be O'Day's fight to win. Nah, man. Charles Johnson energy stay ready. So they have it as a catchweight bout. And it probably would maybe help O'Day in the cardio problems. But if that does, then definitely is going to help Charles Johnson. So that's why I'm going to say energy may get another one here, man. But there'll be a banger, as you said, a sleeper fight. But I am going to take energy, man.
I'm glad you agree as well. The next fight of the night, B, is between Jordan Levitt takes on Victor Martinez. I'll let you jump into that one first.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Victor Martinez, Mr. 13-4, Victor Martinez. This is a lightweight fight? Yeah, correct. The Brick Victor Martinez, 13-4, 31 years old, 5'8", 70-inch reach. Represented Texas, Team Fajea on a 7-fight win streak. He's been pretty damn good, man. No submission wins, has a 2 submission losses, but 8, most of them by knockout, and 5 by decision. He beat Jacob Rosales. Well, damn, he hasn't really. Yeah, this will be his official debut fight. Wow, that's crazy. 2021, he fought Jacob Rosales, won by unanimous decision. Was supposed to fight earlier last year, but they canceled that bout. Crazy, but I remember him from Fury, correct. He had a brief Fury run. He looked a little bit good. A lot of these wins by KO TKO, as we mentioned, on the decision, but he's mixed it up a lot throughout his career here. Go get a straw. The little homie. So he beat guys like Manny Miro, Jose Cabral, Eric Gonzalez. Who else here? Yeah, those are the only 3 big names I know of as far as this record goes. But pretty much really good boxing from what I remember. Good boxing, good movement. Guy kind of goes in there. I haven't seen much of a ground game from him, although he does kind of wrestle a little bit. But he kind of keeps guys on the feet so he can strike with them. He's going up against Jordan Levitt. We know Jordan Levitt. Jordan Levitt, the Monkey King. The man who striking
Oh
looks really
no.
awkward, but that man's grappling is freaking somewhat scary.
This
But
is
his
that
wrestling,
this is that fucking booty shaking motherfucker, isn't it?
yeah, the booty shaker guy, yes,
Um
Mister. I
oh
shake it
no.
up, man, from
Oh
Syndicate
no. Oh
MMA.
god. Oh god, no.
27 years old, five
No.
nine with the
Please.
71-inch reach. The flamboyant one. There you go.
No, no, no,
Yeah.
no, no, no.
Um.
Skip this.
Hey, hey. His last fight, we didn't see him since July of last year. He unfortunately lost to Paddy Pimblett after he was winning that first round. Gave it up in that second round. He beat Trey Ogden by split decision. Beat Matt Sales with the submission in the second round. Lost to Claudio Puelles by unanimous decision, but knocked out Matt Wyman in his official UFC debut by a slam. The boy is strong. The guy could grapple. His striking looks really iffy, and he's going to need to take it to the ground to beat Martinez. Yeah, he has to take it to the ground. There's no, I'm going to stand up and fight this guy Martinez and win. You're going to have to pick him off, and then shoot for takedowns. You have to initiate some form of clinching or somewhat to get this down. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Because if you give him Victor space, Victor's going to piece you the fuck up and probably rock your jaw from here to Timbuktu. So, Victor's coming in the debut. This dude, Levitt comes in. Levitt has his ways to win. Victor also has his ways to win. Victor could just wrestle, keep this fight standing, and he's fine. Shit. This is a coin flip. Honestly, guys, this is a coin flip.
It's funny
This is a
because
coin flip for me.
that's what the odds makers have it at right now.
That's crazy.
Jordan Levitt. Jordan Levitt's a slight favorite.
Yeah, and that's only because he's been in the UFC and he's fought.
I was thinking about I almost wanted to bet Victor Martinez, but I don't know if I was crazy, B.
Nah, it's a coin flip. It's a serious coin flip.
Yeah, I'm picking Victor Martinez. I think he does it here. I don't think Jordan Levitt's the real deal, but I also could be hating on him shaking his ass everywhere. So I don't know, maybe biased.
Yeah. Hold up. What? Okay, so Levitt is the slight favorite.
Slight favorite right now. Like negative 120 plus 100 for bet MGM. So 120
so plus 100 for Victor.
Yeah, so even money for Victor. So $100 makes you 100. Jordan Levitt, you need to put $120 to make 100.
Wow. Yeah, same thing. Yeah, I figured that. Because Victor's really good on the feet, man. And that's the strength. That's the strength. And look at that fight that Levitt had with this boy. What's this shit? The Ogden dude, Trey Ogden.
Yeah, Trey.
That shit was way too close, and it was the same fucking fight.
Yeah.
Where there was barely any really like serious wrestling, but the striking was just like, and that boy Martinez is a better striker than Ogden in my point of view. So
yeah, definitely. And
yeah,
so
that's a coin flip.
I'm picking Victor Martinez here. B's like right on the edge. He can't really decide which one. I'm going to go out on the edge and just say the slight underdog, Victor Martinez, is the better route and best way to make some money right there. I don't like Jordan Levitt's striking game, and it's a little bit almost suspect. But the next fight of the night is. Jasmine Jurdavicius takes on
Jazzy J, yes indeed.
Gabriela Fernandez. Gabriela Fernandez. She fought one time in the UFC. Let me see. No, it's LFA. It's LFA. That's what I remember from.
Yeah.
She fought three times in the LFA, choking bitches out, get submissions and strikes, guillotine choke. Really, really fun to watch her, especially when she's on a mismatch on a fight. You know what's fun with her is that she could finish a girl on the ground or striking, and that's what's going to make this pretty good a fun matchup versus Jazzy, 7-2, 33 years old, 5'7", on a one fight losing streak. She's lost only by split decisions from let's see, Silva. She beat OnlyFans K Hansen. Elise Reed lost to. I don't really like Jasmine's like record, like in the sense she hasn't really beat anyone that I care about beat, and then anyone that she's lost to are the people that are anyone, and they're not even someone. So I'm okay. I'm glad the odds makers agree. I like Gabriella here, B. I think she's got a little bit more to offer. -125 bet MGM Las Vegas, +105 comeback for Jasmine Juravicious. B. I got to go with Gabby, but I think that's just from just brute athleticism and just viciousness. But I'm like, tell me if I'm wrong.
No, you could be right, man. You could be right. Gabby is a really aggressive fighter. Aggressive submission wise. When she gets the submission, she's going for the kill.
Yeah, she's a hunter.
Jasmine plays it pretty straightforward. I always mention my Canadian fighters. Either my Canadian fighters have pretty good kickboxing and a grappling aspect, whether it's jiu-jitsu or wrestling. Jasmine's is wrestling, but the wrestling is pretty much a lot more brutish. Not a lot of technique, but it's a lot more of a brute style, but managed to get out, to dig out of bad situations. She does it pretty well, though. Her cardio is pretty good. Just depends on how her opponent works. Yeah, she's beating a lot of people. The Natalia Silva fight, she got outworked. Keep it 100. She got outworked. Natalia worked her everywhere. The striking, if it went to grappling, she outworked her in the grappling aspect. That was kind of the same thing when she fought Elise Reed. Elise Reed, even though she wants to pretend that she's a taekwondo kickboxer as much as she wants to, the girl has a wrestling game, and she's abandoned it to just be more of a kickboxer. Cool with you. You want to do that? That went against Jasmine. Should have taught you. You should implement more wrestling. But let me shut my mouth. This fight here, though, I'm leaning a little bit more towards Jazz. I think Jazz. I'm going to lean a little bit more towards Jazz over Fernandez. Although Fernandez does have her really good ways to win in this fight, I think her path is a little bit more straightforward. It's just go out there and do what you do. That's pretty much what Fernandez has to do. Go out there, be explosive. If you're gonna work Jazz, fake things, and get that jiu-jitsu going, get that takedown going, get the jiu-jitsu, you know. Get the jiu-jitsu. She has 2 wins by KO TKO, so she got some things going on for her on the feet. But I like her jiu-jitsu game. She's really well. And if she hurts you, she goes in and closes for the submission. That's the dangerous thing about it. So Jazzy got to try to keep this straightforward. She has to go about it and work her ways. Don't get too aggressive. Don't get too aggressive to the point where you're exerting yourself and you gas out come the late 2nd or 3rd round. Keep it pretty calm and work in your strengths. That's why I'm going to take Jazzy on this one.
Great breakdown.
So, Jasmine, don't let me down. But I am going to be worried. This is shaky for me. This is shaky. You know how I feel about shaky fights, man. So, I am shaky, but I'm going to take Jazzy.
Yeah, well, great breakdown on that one, B. And I appreciate every single one of you guys subscribing, and being here with us. Please throw up the thumbs up on YouTube, and please share if you can. It really helps me and Mr. B do the damn thing. The next fight, B, you get a breakdown first. It's between Eric Gonzalez with a Z at the end versus Trevor Peak.
Oh, yay. 155, man. Eric Gonzalez, the Ghost Pepper. I like this guy, even though his record is it's 14-7.
I like his nickname.
Yeah, that is a fire nickname. 31 years old, 5'11", 75-inch reach out of Redondo Beach, California. Representing Fight Science MMA. Yes, sir. Got 8 wins by KO TKO, 1 submission, 5 decisions. That means this dude is really, and he really is a scrapper for real. He did take 2 losses though, back-to-back losses. He lost to Terrence McKinney, rear naked choke, back in August of last year. But he took that bad 2021 loss, man, against Jim Miller when Jim Miller smoked him with the overhand left, crumbled him in the second round, 14 seconds. Yeah.
That's when he learned a lesson from the vet.
Yes, indeed.
Bro,
B, I
ate fucking 200 milligrams of THC, and now it's starting to kick in, and you're getting very bright. he saw me eating those watermelon bites, and I forgot how much milligrams they are. They're fucking 50 milligrams a piece. I ate 4 of them, at least 4 of them. Might have been 5, so we're up to like 250 milligrams, 200, just while we're sitting there.
Oh, nice.
All of a sudden, I was like all warm and cozy, and the lights got real bright, and then I was like, "Damn, you're tripping." You tripping.
But son. Yeah, man. He got a couple good wins outside though. He was fighting on Combate a little bit. He fought stretchy dude Humberto Bandenay a little while back. He fought Rafa Garcia as well. Well, he took losses against Bandenay and Garcia. He did beat Alejandro Martinez, Danny Ramirez. He actually fought and beat Victor Martinez a while back, which is crazy. But that just shows you MMA is crazy. It's a wild spot.
But yeah,
crazy. Man. The guy's a scrapper. He gets it by any means. But he's going up against Trevor Peak, who's undefeated. 7-0, Trevor Peak. Peak.
I hope my lady lets me take a peek later. You know what I mean?
Oh, shit. He's 28 years old. 10-fight win streak out of Agogo. Yeah, Agoj Combatives. 5'9" with the 70-inch reach. I said that, yeah. He showed up on the Contender Series. Showed up last year. Fought this guy by the name of Malik Lewis. Probably one of the most craziest fights I've seen that season. What was it, Danny Duncan? Was it Duncan that fought? And he got that KO win? Yeah. The Duncan return, which was nuts.
You remember so I remember so much, and you remember so much. I love it.
But it was crazy because Malik was beating the shit out of Peak. They were going, and Peak was getting beat the hell up. Peak went in the corner. They talked to him. He took a deep breath. He came out. He said, "Fuck you, son," and he put a beating on Lewis. Talk about comebacks, comebacks during that year. But he's being this dude. He stopped Kama Worthy.
Yeah.
In Aries fight series, he fought him. You can find that fight on YouTube. Beat this dude in round 1, which is crazy.
He smokes everyone almost in round 1. He's savage.
Yeah, it's just it's something crazy. Like, he finishes you in round 1, and if you think he doesn't have it, he takes that deep breath at the end of the round, comes right back again. But the crazier thing about it is that we learned that this dude didn't really have a gym. Like, his shit was just generic. It wasn't nothing much. He picked up this money and then he got from the Contender Series and got himself a gym. Built his team up and got a camp. If he's managing to do all this out of limited resources, bro.
Yes. That's what
under
I'm talking
a
about.
gym, that's going to be crazy. All this man's fights are wins by KO and TKO. There are no decisions, no submissions. It's all or nothing when it comes to Trevor Peak. I enjoy this fight. This fight is going to be a fun fight. But damn, I'd be damned if I don't pick Trevor Peak. Peak has captured my heart.
Yep.
And I'm taking Trevor Peak for the W, man.
Let's go, baby.
Yo,
Because
I'm taking Trevor Peak from the hella high water. It's Trevor Peak.
Normally I take the guy with a little bit more experience in the UFC, and I am not doing that with Eric Gonzalez. I like Trevor Peak, just like you, for every reason that you said. Right now, the odds makers, BetMGM, has Trevor Peak at a negative 225 mark. So I'm going to be throwing down 2.25 units on Trevor Peak to do the damn thing versus Eric Gonzalez, because I really don't feel like Eric Gonzalez is the real deal. He found that out when he faced Jim Miller, the old dog, and he didn't like how he was hit. Just wait until he gets rocked by this fucking young stallion that they call Trevor Peak. So I'm glad that you're in on him too, B, because I thought I was maybe just tripping. I've rarely ever throw down on a undefeated fighter that's under 10-0, and even 10-0, I don't care. It's just I would like you to taste some defeat. But Eric Gonzalez has tasted defeat 7 times. He's been knocked out. He's been finished, and I love when the person has that on their record. So that will be the first bet of the night. The next fight of the night be Mike Malott takes on Johan Lanisi. This should be a good one, man. We're the 2 Canadian fighters. Not a lot of Canadians with a lot of skill. And both these guys do have it. Weird that they're matching them up, but it is what it is. Mike Malott is the one that I know a little bit more than Johan Lanisi. But when these 2 guys throw down, we got 6'1" versus 6'1", 76-inch reach for Johan versus the 73 inches of Mike Malott. Johan, when he wins majority of the time by KO, TKO, or decision. And so if you look at his record, he doesn't have a lot of experience. He beat Darian Weeks. That doesn't show me a lot. Then he lost to Gabe Green punches. I don't like that. Not that Gabe Green's that bad, but just you've already lost. Doesn't have a lot of experience, B. I can't get fired up on this Johan Lanisi. I just feel like this is a tailor-made situation for Mike Malott, the proper one, to come in here and do the damn thing and show why he's the real fucking Canadian prospect. The odds makers right now have Mike Malott negative 225 plus 175 comeback for Johan. So they're feeling somewhat similar to what I'm saying. I'm going Mike Malott all day. What do you say, Mr. B?
Yo, you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, good. Yeah, 2 Canadians. This should be a really good fight. Not for nothing. Yo, Mike Malott's gangster. Johan Lanisi, he's pretty gangster himself, but he's only gangster in the first round, man. The rest of that joint after the first round is kind of struggle. Mike Malott, I like Mike. I like Mike. Don't get me wrong, Mike is dope. Mike has 1 bad loss in my record books, though. His 1 loss comes from Hakeem Dawodu. That's always going to be the one thing that burns me about Mike Malott, because Mike Malott now fights at 170 and Hakeem Dawodu fights at 145. That's the one thing that kind of burns me. So when they were both at 155, Dawodu beat him. That's the one thing that burns me. Because he went up weight, he went down weight.
That's a great fact. Great fact, B.
That's one thing that burns me about Mike Malott. And it's burned me since his debut. But I like everything about him, though. I like the fact that his kickboxing is pretty damn good. He has pretty leveled power. It's nothing that's thrown overly aggressive with him, which I like. And he goes in there. He has a really good chin on him for the most part. He got beat by elbows when he lost to this dude, Dawodu. but he's pretty good. Good footwork. He gets in there. He's willing to fight in the pocket at times. Johan Linnaeus, though, that's a dangerous guy. 9-1, long ass reach. All his wins are either you getting either knocked out or a decision if you're lucky.
It's just the experience of his competitors he's fought. B.
Yeah, and Gabe Green shows you if he can't get you out in the first round, he's screwed for the most part. If he don't get you out the first round, if he's not overexerting himself for the KO, you know what I mean? He ends up losing. He has very few fights where he's gotten out the first round. And the majority of those fights where he's gotten out the first round, he ends up losing. Well, majority, yeah. There's only one fight he's had where he's gotten out the first round and won. Other than that, big power, rangy, kind of wings punches time to time. I think Mike Malott has more ways to winning. So I'm going to take Mike Malott. I think Mike Malott has the better footwork, the better striking. He's a little bit more experienced. I'm going to look for him to get things done. I think Mike Malott could get a submission win here. I think Mike Malott could win this by KO.
Nice.
His ways to win it are more there. So I'm going to take Mike on this one.
I'm feeling that same exact way, B. So hopefully he can do the damn thing there. With that said, the next fight of the night, B, I'm super, super excited for. You get to break it down first. It is Tatiana Suarez makes the comeback versus Montana De La Rosa.
Yes, indeed. And the betting for this fight is ridiculous. If I remember correctly, because I heard this, I got to hear this. The odds on this one is, if I remember correctly, I think Montana's somewhere between a 200 to 300, somewhere between 200 and 400 favorite, I think.
No, bro, it's crazier than that. Negative 800.
Well, I know negative 800 is Tatiana Suarez. What's the plus on
the comeback? It's got to be
Montana?
like 600. Hold on. The comeback for her 550.
That is crazy.
Right?
I said 200 to 400. That's 550. God damn.
Wild.
But yeah, for Suarez coming back at 800 is nuts. God damn. But that just shows you how much people value Tatiana Suarez's wins before the injuries. You know what I mean? And the layoff. But yo, Montana De La Rosa is 12-7-1, 28 years old, 5'7" with the 68-inch reach. Out of Elevation Fight Team, because she went up over there with Mark De La Rosa, if I remember correctly. She got a lot of wins by submission, decision, only one win by KO. And she's been up and down these last couple fights. She had a brief 3-fight win streak where she beat Christina Marks, Rachel Ostovich, and Nadia Kasim. But then she lost to Lee, beat Mara Borello, but lost to Viviane Araújo. Won against Ariane Lipski, but her damn last fight where she got hustled, she got beat up by Macy Barber due to being held against the cage and taking elbows and shoulders. Come on, man. That's crazy.
Got bullied.
You did nothing. You did nothing the whole fight. You caved to Macy Barber, and Macy Barber didn't even have to take you to the ground to win. Y'all didn't even stand in the middle of the cage. If that's what happens to you against Macy Barber, damn it, you're going to get rough-shotted against Tatiana Suarez. What is the strengths of Montana De La Rosa? She's pretty gritty. She could grind you out in a fight, but she's confused between being a striker and being a wrestler. That's the problem.
And not that good of a wrestler, to be honest.
Not really. Not all that strong of a wrestler. But, yo, she's going up against the returning Tatiana Suarez. Tatiana Suarez is cool. My one thing is that Tatiana Suarez has a big head. I don't care what anybody else says. She's a pretty girl.
She does have a big
Respect
head.
to her and all that. She got a big head, yo.
She needs a bigger
But
butt to have that big a head. I'll tell you that.
but yo, I'm not even gonna. Other than that, that girl got real good skills. She survived cancer. Damn it, she was super close to making it to the Olympic team a couple years ago before she decided to do MMA. She's in a relationship with Patchy Mix. I love Patchy Mix out of Bellator. I wish her nothing but the best. But yo, Suarez is out here, 32 years old, 5'5", 66-inch reach, represent Covina, California.
Let's go.
Representing Millennia MMA. Foundation style is wrestling, and she is true to her wrestling game. This is the girl who was hustling everybody in the strawweight division. You hear what I'm saying? Everybody. Let's talk about it. JJ Aldrich on The Ultimate Fighter got hustled. Kate Jackson got hustled. Amanda Bobby Cooper got hustled. Viviane Pereira got hustled.
ABC Cooper. I haven't heard of that name in a long time.
Word. Alexa Grasso hustled. Carla Esparza got hustled and ground and pounded. It was Amanda Nunes' wife, Nina Ansaroff, now Nina Nunes, that they fought and kind of gave her the injury, the neck injury, which led to a lot of other things happening. She was supposed to come back 2 years ago, but more injuries came. She had to get the layoff. Now she's back. I pretty much described everything else for you. Olympic level wrestling. Non-stop with the grind. It's relentless wrestling. They call the female Lady Khabib. Yo, she's going to come in here. She's going to go rough shot. I'm going to pick you off with a little bit of a jab, a straight punch. Anyhow you try to throw a kick to my body or my leg, I'm going to grab your ankle. You're going to the ground. Once you get to the ground, you're screwed. If I shoot, I'm going to shoot that. Either I'm going to get that single or I'm going to get a strong double leg. She has a mean double leg for a lady wrestler, especially in the strawweight and a flyweight division. Boy. And if she gets those double legs, it's freaking nightmarish. I don't have to say nothing else. Tatiana Suarez for the win. If she's training with Patchy Mix, she's getting that training in, and she's 100%. She's hurting Montana. Even if she's at 75, even
that's what I was gonna say. At 70%,
that business.
70%, Tatiana Suarez coming in there and handing fucking tamales and ass whoopings to fucking Montana De La Rosa. It just is what it is. Her wrestling is just far superior. Montana De La Rosa, most of her wins are by submission. And so she's going to have a real hard time not being able to fall back on something that she's normally good at. You know what I mean, B?
Yeah, for sure.
But with that said, the next fight of the night, B, is between Augusta Sakai takes on Dontel Mays. This is pretty much this is the heavyweight division. Always kind of a coin toss when it comes to that, and it's no different when it comes to the odds on this one. Both these guys are 31 years old, almost the exact same size, 261 versus the 265 Augusto Sakai. Dontel Mays is 3 inches taller at 6'6" versus the 6'3" of Augusto Sakai. Dontel Mays also has a 4-inch reach advantage over Augusta. I'm not too fond of neither of these guys' game in the sense it's kind of crazy that they're even this far up on the main card because, dude, what am I? Dontel Mays. Who's he beat? Beat Josh Parisian and Rogue Martinez. That doesn't give me a lot. Lost the Nasa over naked choke, heel hook by Cyril Gahn. Last in 2 rounds with Cyril Gahn, that shows me something, but I mean that just means you lasted 2 rounds. But this dude's tapped and napped. Augusto Sakai's been in there with a bunch of good guys. He fought Sergey Spivak, lost round 2. This guy just loses all over the place. What are they doing here? Is this the battle of who's the cheapest heavyweight to get beat up? I mean, it's crazy. I gotta, man, bro. I mean, Dontel Mays got a little bit better reach, more athleticism, but he's got to get it done quick if he gets it done. I think he'd have to like knock him out round one, and he's not really a round one knockout guy, even on his resume. So it'd have to be like a 3-round decision. He's just grinding out with Augustus Sakai. It's going to be a really ugly, boring fight between these two. I'm really thinking it's going to look like a sparring match. Both guys are really super tough. I could see this going all three and then one of them winning the decision. I'm having a hard time picking on this one, but I'm going to go Dontel Maysby. Odds makers right now have Dontel Mays at a plus 110 underdog, negative 135 for Augustus Sakai. It's a coin toss no matter what you say. I don't think anyone could tell me something different to be like, oh, yeah, that guy's going to win. This is a weird one, B. Who you got on this one?
Yeah, this is honest to God the most ridiculous fight on this card. This is following up the William Knight, Pacquiao and the Josh Parisian
So dumb.
Pogues fight. Yeah, I guess they're just gonna sprinkle us one of these bullshit fights in all these cards, these fight night cards, because yeah, honest to God, this is very weird.
What are
last time Mays fought? Mays fought that. Go ahead.
Sorry, dude.
No problem. No, say what you was gonna say.
They they're not like no matter who wins, no one's going anywhere. They're just going to go get beat up by someone. These guys aren't upper echelon, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you. Yo, this dude Dontel Mays was taking losses, then remembered he had a judo game and used it against Josh Parisian.
Yeah.
Then he went and loses against that dude Habdi Abdul Wahab.
Yep.
That short guy, that was the big time wrestler, but then was
it eye poke?
No, it was a split decision win. I think, Abdul Wahab had got poked, but then he managed to still win anyway.
It was a no contest.
But then come to find out, it ended up being a no contest because Abdul Wahab ended up testing positive. He was on all the juice.
That's what happened.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah. Short little run.
Yeah. So that was it. And that became a no contest. So it was like, yo, what the hell? Honest to God, I can care less who wins this fight. Dontel Mays does have a path to victory, and it would be more due to his striking than anything. Because, yo, Augusto Sakai's chin is shot.
Yeah.
He got ground and pounded by Overeem. Rosenstrike and Tuivasa both checked his chin and put him away in the first rounds, respectively. Sergey Spivak managed to beat him up, wrestle him, and beat him up again and get a win. Sakai is big. He doesn't throw that much. He tends to throw in like big flurries. And he leaves himself open to get hit.
Yeah.
Dontel Mays, this is his path to win this fight. Strike with him. Strike with him. Don't get into grabbing distance. Strike with him. If you happen to clinch and work in the clinch and rock his chin. He's there to get hit. That's the reality of it. Augusto Sakai is there to get hit. But if Augusto Sakai manages to put his weight on freaking Dontel Mays, Mays is screwed. So this is another one of those fights where I'm looking at it as a coin flip. Yep. But this is more of the side of Dontel Mays' fight to win. But because Dontel Mays' IQ is so borderline shit, it's like, yo, he could give this fight up as well.
I would never bet.
Let's also just put in Augusto Sakai's on a 4-fight losing streak. Dontel Mays is technically on a 2-fight win streak. That's the fucking craziest shit about it.
And Sakai's been finished all 4 losses in a row, right?
Yeah.
So
all 4 losses by finish. And let's also put in the fact that Augusto Sakai was a former ranked heavyweight.
It's crazy.
That is fucking crazy.
That's how bad the division, that's how bad the division was for a while, remember?
Yep. So I'm going to lean towards your way. On paper, May should get it. But if he ends up losing out, I will be thoroughly disappointed.
Yeah.
But this should probably be Dontel Mays' fight to win.
Yeah. Crazy that we're even talking about a fight this deep on the main card that we don't give a shit about. The next fight of the
Seriously.
night is the co-main event and actually something to get into and a lot of fun. Andre Muniz is taking on Brendan Allenby. You got to break it down first. This is going to be a treat.
Cool, man. This is a 185-pound fight, middleweight indeed. And yo, we got ourselves a grappler's delight, a fight of fights for sure on this card. This is a gem right here. So this will probably be like, yeah, we got pretty much 4 solid fights on this card. Like really interesting fights, a couple good fights. Yeah, this is one of the 4 fights not to miss on the card though. Yep. Andre Muniz, 33 years old, 6'1", 78-inch reach, top of fight team. 9-fight win streak. This is like Jacare. We lost Jacare Souza and Damian Maia to get Andre Muniz in the UFC. That's crazy, yo. We always get blessed with one insane level grappler in every division when one of the great grapplers leaves the division. And that's what happened, man. Jacare was gone. We got Andre Muniz. And Andre Muniz did take Jacare Souza's arm that one fight. Forgot about that. That inverted arm bar. Yeah. But word. He fought Uriah Hall. That was Uriah Hall's last fight. Beat Uriah Hall by unanimous decision last year. Submitted Eric Anders armbar first round. Before that, as we mentioned, broke Souza's arm. Fabinski armbar. Antonio Arroyo unanimous decision. Taylor Johnson, that's his ticket to winning the Contender Series. Round 1 rear naked choke. Submission monster. Oh shit, Martin Gwynn. Come on, Martin. Win. Martin Gwynn is on the he's fighting now. My man's been taking an up and down skid on one for real. I hope he gets the win here. But I digress. He's going up. Andre Muniz is going up against Brendan Allen. And if you know, we're fans of Brendan Allen. We like Brendan Allen on this side. All in Brendan Allen. 20-5, 27 years old, 6'2" with the 75-inch reach. Representing Louisiana. He used to fight in Rufus Sport, but he's kind of switched up camps. He's been fighting a little bit everywhere. I think he's trained. He's done a little bit of Elevation fight team, I think it is. Is it? A little bit of Elevation, a little bit of Rufus Sports still.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's had his own little camp in Louisiana as well. 5 wins by KO, TKO, 11 by submission, 4 by decision. Our boy does not play, man. His UFC record is 8-2. Let's just keep that in mind. Now, he had a 4-fight win streak. He beat Krzysztof Jotko by rear naked choke in round 1, which is a difficult task, but he did it. Sent Jotko out the UFC.
Yeah.
Jacob Malkoun, he beat by unanimous decision. A lot of people had that disputed and thought Jacob won. But, Brendan Allen got the win. Deal with it. Sam Alvey, he submitted him in round 2. That was I think it was a light heavyweight fight. Brendan Allen took it on short notice. Said, I'm going to hustle you. He did just that. He grappled in between. His last loss was against Chris Curtis, respectively. Chris Curtis is a little monster.
We bet Chris Curtis.
Before that, we like Chris Curtis as well. So we won't badmouth Chris Curtis. Chris Curtis earned that win. He did very well. He beat also Soriano, Punahele Soriano. He also beat Carl Robertson. He lost to Sean Strickland, but beat Kyle Dawkins and a couple other guys. Brendan Allen's improved a lot on his kickboxing, but damn it, is that submission game solid. I love that submission game. I love how he can manage to lose and manage to come from behind to get these wins with his grappling and his improved striking. For this fight, he has to make Andre Muniz hustle. He has to make Andre Muniz work. a lot of guys have managed to survive Andre. Not many guys, but Uriah Hall managed to survive Andre Muniz's grappling, and Uriah Hall managed to defend well. But Uriah Hall doesn't have that strong of a jiu-jitsu game. Brendan Allen kind of does. And I think his grappling could make Andre Muniz force himself to grapple. And he could tire out Muniz in the grappling possibly. He has the better striking than Andre Muniz. That I know for sure in my head, in my mind, watching Andre Muniz fight. He has the better striking. But it's going to come down to that grappling, as if he can make Andre Muniz hustle. But other than that, man, Andre Muniz at first was going to be my pick. But I might go with Brendan Allen on this one.
Oh,
I may take Brendan Allen as a pick. Brendan Allen is a live dog on this pick in this fight. And he could manage to get it done. Even if he manages to lose the first round, maybe, he could get it done in the later rounds.
Oh, yeah.
I think he could manage that. He manages to have the skill set to make Andre Muniz hustle and possibly break him, make him gas a little bit, and possibly get the win later in the fight. If it goes later in the fight.
He's got the better gas tank for sure and more better striking.
But it's very dangerous. This is a very dangerous fight for Allen. But I'm gonna take Allen. I'm gonna go out there, stretch the hand out there, and take Brendan Allen for sure. Yeah.
Oh man, Brendan Allen's the underdog right now. The odds makers in Vegas have Brendan Allen plus 185 underdog, negative 225 favored for a bet on BetMGM for Andre Muniz. I've been kind of wishy-washy on this one too, and I normally can kind of call it right down the middle. I feel like round one, I think Muniz could get it done if he uses all his power and whatnot. But the all-around game of Brendan Allen is good. His striking is better. I like his cardio. I don't know if I can trust Muniz's cardio for all 3 rounds if he doesn't implement his game plan. So I gotta go with you on this one, dog or pass. I do like Muniz though. I wouldn't hate on someone picking him. But man, I just think that Brendan Allen could possibly get this done and edge out a decision or catch Andre Muniz while late. But you never know, man. Obviously, it's going to be a really, really good fight. The main event of the evening is between Nikita Krylov takes on Ryan Spann. This is going to be a good fight in the 205 pound division. So light heavyweight. 6'5" is Ryan Spann versus the 6'3" of Nikita Krylov. 81.5 inch reach for Ryan Spann. 77.5 inch for Nikita Krylov. I mean, I really love Nikita Krylov's striking. He switches stances, kicks really well. Usually throws decent volume. I'd probably like him to throw a little bit more. And then you got Ryan Spann, man. Like, I never know exactly what Ryan Spann is going to do. He's 21-7, calls himself Superman. When he wins, it's usually by submission. And I just don't see him getting that on Nikita Krylov. But he does have some TKOs. He's lost, though, by sub. He's lost by elbows, hammer fists. I just feel like, dude, Nikita Krylov could get him down the ground, elbow him to death. I feel like he could knock him out. I feel like he could kick him out with the kicks to his head. I like Nikita Krylov here all day, B. I feel like this is such an easy fucking pick for me to pick Nikita Krylov. Am I seeing something stupid, B? Like, is Ryan Spann better than I'm making him out to be? Because I feel like Nikita Krylov schools him.
Nikita Krylov is a dangerous fighter.
Tell me what
I can tell you for sure. Nikita Krylov is a dangerous fighter. And I feel you're going to pick Nikita Krylov.
Oh, yeah.
Your hands in with Nikita Krylov already. Yeah. I can't fight you off.
I'm already on him.
I can't.
Yeah.
And I might go with Nikita Krylov too.
Oh,
Except no. I'm going with Ryan Spann.
Oh, no. How dare you.
I'm taking Ryan Spann here. And everything you said about Nikita Krylov is right. Nikita Krylov is skilled. Nikita Krylov shaved off a lot of the weight to become leaner, more muscle, more ripped. His jiu-jitsu is pretty damn good. His striking is pretty damn good. That Kyokushin stance is nice. Everything he does pretty damn effective. I just like Ryan Spann, and I believe in Ryan Spann. Ryan Spann has gotten away with a lot because of his size and his ability, his ability to dig down deep and get the W when necessary. He's also fought really goofy at times, where he's swung, and because he tried to go for these power swings, he's gassed out, and he ends up getting beat the hell up. And we've seen it plenty of times. I did not like his fight with Sam Alvey that one time.
Yeah.
Ryan Spann, that was kind of ugly. That fight was not the shining moment for Ryan Spann, to say the least. You know what I mean? It really wasn't. Oh shit, Martin Gwynn is on one. But yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't the shiniest type of fight there. You know. But yeah, man. Anthony Smith managed to beat him. Johnny Walker beat him after he was throwing crazy punches. You know. He did beat Rogerio Nogueira. He did beat Devin Clark submission style. He has abilities. He has submission skills. He's good, man. But he has to fight a patient fight against a guy like Nikita. I think Ryan Spann can get it. I think Ryan Spann is catching his groove. He got that big win against a certain somebody's pick that had Dominic Reyes. I don't want to brag, but you know, he smoked that guy. But I think he's gonna come in here. He's starting to really believe in himself. He's really taking serious the gym, his training. I think he's gonna come out here with a really skilled game plan, play patient, use his size and abilities. Don't get caught in trying to fight a lot of a technical battle with Krylov, but also protect yourself from getting on the ground against a guy like Krylov. And get this W, man. Pick and choose your shots wisely. If Krylov leaves himself out there for a submission, work your way into getting the submission. Just don't go all in on the submission. I'm going to take Ryan Spann to spring the upset on Nikita Krylov.
How dare
Although
you?
I do believe Nikita Krylov has his ways to win and using his range, using his kicks a lot more to keep Ryan Spann at bay and mixing up his game and putting that jiu-jitsu chops. Because Nikita Krylov does have an underrated jiu-jitsu game. I will say that for sure.
Yeah, he does.
And the way he explodes is kind of crazy. But that's the one thing. And his output is pretty solid. Those couple things I'll say. But I'm going to go out there. I'm going to take Ryan Spann to spring the upset, though.
No worries. I mean, like I said, it's a closely lined fight for a reason. It should be a really good one. It's more fun when sometimes me and Mr. B disagree anyways. But with that said, man, that's this week's episode of Cope's Corner for this UFC Vegas 70 that's going down this weekend, this Saturday. Mr. B, I appreciate you being here, my man. You want to shoot out your Twitter handle and where you'll be of streaming the fights if you guys can't catch it?
Oh, cool, man. I'll be on this weekend. I'll be on, well, first of all, my Twitter, at Mr. B 1986, MISTERB 1986. New Year's, same B. I'm out there. Drop a question, read some tweets, check my retweets, all the combat sports stuff. I'm on OK Live this weekend. I'm actually on OK Live right now. We're watching the one Friday fight night here. I'll be on tomorrow. Trying to catch the Bellator fights because Bellator is tomorrow, but it's on an earlier time. But the main card is going to interfere with the UFC fight night card. But yeah, I'll be on tomorrow for this card. Bellator has their card I just mentioned. The headliner is the rematch between that dude Abasov against Logan Storley for the welterweight title. Pretty good card on the main card, but it's in Dublin, so they have all the SBG fighters. But yeah, man, catch me on there. I'll be there for the Bellator. Hopefully, I have the Bellator up, but definitely the UFC. Sunday, Jake Paul fights Tommy Fury. So I'll be out here Sunday too after church.
Hey, I'm for sure streaming that shit for free. Jake Paul, you can suck my dick.
But yeah, man, live in Saudi Arabia, man. They're out there fighting. So, they're getting that Saudi money. Also, shout out to BKFC. They're on tonight too. Alan Belcher versus the homeboy Adams. I always forget that dude's first name, man, all the goddamn time. But yeah, let me see if I have the post up here real quick. Do I have it? I might have. I don't know. Oh shit, I don't have it. I don't have it. No but worries. Yeah, Adams fights Belcher. That's for the heavyweight title. It's gonna be a really good card. It's gonna be in New Orleans. It's right now. It's out here right now.
It's really fun to watch these bare knuckle fights. Shout out to New Orleans, my boy T Money. I'm fucking from down over New Orleans, Louisiana. It's his hometown. He's over there. They're doing the Mardi Gras and everything else. So really wish I could be over there with him. I love him and his family. Love you, Erica.
But there you go. Yeah, Arnold Adams. There you go. Arnold Adams versus Alan Belcher. There you go. That's sweet. That's the headliner. Coleman, Bobby Taylor versus James Lively. But yeah, that's what's going on this weekend. Thanks for having me with you, Mike, man. It's always a pleasure. All the time, man.
Love and appreciate you. Please like, subscribe, and show your boys some love. And until next